Hello and welcome to the Pet Toon channel. Today we've got a very interesting show. It's a little bit different. Things get a bit serious here on the Pet Toon channel. I make no apologies for that. We're going to get into Ask Johnny straight away. And here he comes. Yeah, it's great to be here at the Pet Toon Studios today, Johnny. G'day, Johnny, and welcome back to the Pet Toon Studios. We hope there's no bloody violence, as we had last week. I hope we all get on just fine. And here's your cup of coffee coming. Yeah. The first question we've got is from Tex in Texas. And Tex asks, Johnny, as a boy, I used to love watching the old TV shows. You know, the ones after school. There doesn't seem to be anything like them these days. Do you pine for the old days of westerns and such? Signed, Tex. P.S. My grandma loves the Pet Toon channel. Signed, Tex. What do you think about that, Johnny? Oh, the old TV shows, you know what I'm like. I like the old TV shows. Well, back home when I was a little boy on the farm in the 60s with black and white TV, used to race home after school and throw me books down. Never did any study. You'd never know that looking at me. And turn on the TV, black and white, and up would come Rifleman. Oh, Jesus! That opening scene was a big influence on a lot of little boys growing up in the 60s. Didn't seem to make much difference out here in Australia, but I often wonder what that sort of programming did for little boys in the big USA. Are we reaping what we sowed these days? A good old Chuck Connors, he was the Rifleman. And believe it or not, he was one of the first single fathers or parents shown on American TV, or Australian for that matter. Yeah, good old Chuck. He lived on his own. His missus died way out west from smallpox apparently. And he moved with his son to some little town out the bloody west there. And it was funny, because Chuck would always make sure the young bloke was ready for school and had his lunch packed and everything before Chuck went off and shot a few hombres in a blaze of glory with his Winchester 30-30 that he seemed to carry around with him all the time. Go in the grocery store, Chuck would be carrying his bloody rifle. Go to a school meeting, in Chuck would come with his bloody 30-30 Winchester. And no one seemed to pay any attention. He just got around like he was some sort of vigilante. And anyone got in his way, he just shot him. But he was always ready for when his young bloke came home from school and had a nice dinner on the table. You knew at the end of the show that the good guys had won and the bad guys had had their ass kicked. To some that's violent, and to some that's just a bloody good old western. There's nothing like it now. And to answer your question, Tex, yeah, I do miss those days.
The Rifleman.
That could be why we're such a mixed-up society. No good old westerns on TV. The next letter is from Beth, and she's in Adelaide, Australia. Good old Adelaide. We're big in Adelaide, let me tell you, the Pet Toon channel. She goes on to say, Johnny, last week an unknown man was exhumed from his grave 70 years after being buried. Oh, yeah, what about that? It's a very mysterious case, and they want to find out who he is and how he died. Is this a good idea in all the scheme of things, Johnny? Or a goddamn waste of money? Love, Beth. P.S. Keep producing your wonderful program. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Thanks, Beth. What do you think about that, Johnny? 70 years he's been buried. For all me millions of followers around the world, I'm going to put a bit of detail along the bottom so you can Google him and find out for yourself what the hell's going on. But 70 years, I reckon he was a bit of a spy. Myself, I found all sorts of stuff on him, secret little codes, different languages, and he was just found there lying on the beach, dead as a doornail. Anyhow, in 1948, let's face it, the cops didn't have at their disposal the stuff they've got at their disposal now. Yeah, but the question has to be asked, who bloody cares? There's no one coming forward, there never was, saying me dad's missing, me grandpa's missing, me uncle's missing. Have you seen him? Nothing of that. He's just a mysterious guy who died, fair enough. He might have some relatives, but no one's come forward in 70 years. So we're spending all this dough on exhuming this body to find out who he is, just for the sake of finding out who he is. And just get on a bit of a bloody personal note here, what about our old Anzacs? There's millions of them lying out there in the field. Nobody knows who they are. They've set up tombs all around the world, which is fair enough, for the unknown soldier. And at least they've got relatives who are wondering what the hell happened to them. No one with this bloke. And another thing that's come out, when they were digging him up, he was on top of 2 other people already buried there. What's going on there? Oh, yeah, I remember Rin Tin Tin too. We didn't have enough room. Australia, the biggest bloody island in the world, we haven't got enough room to bury people singly, no. We've got to put them on top of one another. Rin Tin Tin too. We've got to put them on top of one another. And who the hell was worried about them? What about the people down there underneath him? No one knows who the bloody hell they are either. We're going to dig them up too and find out who everybody is? Didn't they just shoot the Indians? Yeah, talking about the old Westerners. Got me thinking about Clint. Clint Eastwood. What other Clint is there? He was a young skinny guy there in Rawhide, so I'm going to attempt to draw a skinny looking Adam's Appley Clint Eastwood in 1958. Here it comes. Good old Clint. He's a bloody ripper, isn't he? Still going. He must be about 98 now. And he's getting, I reckon he's getting more handsome every day. But that's it for today. It's been a wow of a show. We've ridden the highs and lows as usual, and you've been there every step of the way with me. So until next time, which could be any old bloody time for all we know, keep safe, and we'll see you then.